Log recording. It's still the 12th. It's still Friday. Actually, it's still Saturday, actually. 2022. That's almost about 15 before 7. I've got it on mute right now on the other laptop concerning about Ukraine versus Russia. A little earlier today, I was reading an article on CNN's website through the damn phone. How the press left. Trying to write a letter or a video log to the professors over at Antelope Valley College regarding how I feel. It's taken a lot out of me, and it's trying to make me more sanguine and more frustrated and terrified that we're never going to have freedom and liberty in our country or in our world, because we're never going to be able to satisfy those who keep asking for more out of us. Something wants more out of us all the damn time. Wants more lives, wants more freedom, more bloodshed, more innocence, more territory, more and more and more. And people couldn't see this when Putin came in. And what scares the hell out of me, of this damn shit. We should have seen this damn thing coming. But nobody said a damn thing. Nobody did a damn thing about it until it's fucking too late. Nobody. Social media starts showing what Putin is like. Nobody could figure out that a former KGB would still have the taste of power in his mouth, and he still wants his empire back, and nobody figured this shit out. The problem is, I had a professor in World Lit, still do. He was trying to educate us concerning about Russian literature and how it's moving, and I had to look at him real funny like sometimes. Now, I know I'm going through my own damn physiological and mental health stuff going on right now as it is. That screws me over sometimes in class where I'm barely keeping track of what's going on. But the thing is, I understand concerning about Russian literature. It's always pessimistic, it's always dark, it's always dismal at this point over here because they're trying to find the positive in all that negative crap that they're going through that maybe we'll survive it out at this point over here. But they keep forgetting something. When I had to go through history classes throughout my life, and they were covering portions of Russia and concerning about Russian revolutions, Cossacks versus the proletariats, the ruling class versus the working class, how they rose against it, how they rose against the czars, how they rose against that kind of decadence, a ruling monarchy and an autocracy, that kind of rule. But this was happening like in the 1800s and the 1900s. And they have found the strength to do so. They don't do it this year. They don't do it this generation. They don't do it this century. It's not in them. No matter how much they have been taught, or probably have been taught, value of freedom, the spark of liberty, everything that we wanted, is not in Russia. China tried in the 80s. Tiananmen Square. China's still trying to cover that damn shit up. But there's still photographs floating around throughout the internet concerning about it. One guy standing in front of a damn Chinese column of tanks, holding it up. One citizen looking at the citizen soldier. Eye to eye. He's on the ground. The other soldier is on the turret, looking down. I remember seeing images like this on television and in a post and in social media as well. It was the most riveting picture. It was the most riveting thing. We had a citizen saying no to the system, and they still have them out there. They still go crazy because they understand what liberty and freedom is all about. Not just capitalism. Oh, China's big on capitalism at this point over here, but they still have a chair that still wants to issue their own damn bullshit to people under their own form of quote-unquote communist, which is supposed to be good for the people. Everyone's supposed to be equal. Bullshit. Marx was an idiot. Marx was a complete full-on idiot. But people believed in Marx. It's like people believed in Trump and his bullshit. And so did the senators. And so did half the damn country, and they're still following the same bullshit. And someone's wondered, how about laissez-faire? A laissez-faire government, a laissez-faire monopoly. Let the markets rule everything. Fuck that shit. Let the government run the markets. Guide them with regulations of what they can and can't do. And the bitch of it is, they don't like it because it doesn't make them money. Greed. We want more. We're insatiable. We want it all now. You will give it to us. Because we want more. And I'll take it from your pocket. Because I want more, and I'll take it from this one. It always takes another sumbitch that sees that person and beat the shit out of him and say, fuck you. We're not saying that in Russia. Ukrainian people, yes. But we're not saying that in Russia. Russia doesn't give a shit. Russia doesn't have it in them. They're going to be bitching and griping about the damn shit's going on, and then they'll scream and yell, they'll whine and bellyache about the damn thing. But they won't gather themselves in a mob, in a large enough mob, to overcome the security and military forces necessary to go after Putin and throw his ass out. Russia won't do that. Russia's not there. And if they are, they're not showing it. What are they doing, biding their time? Or chewing on their damn toenails? Meanwhile, Putin is laughing his ass off, still trying to get more territory so he can justify his own insanity at this point. Meanwhile, we in the United States have got to suffer through economic situations happening because we are tied with Russia, but a hell of a lot of other countries that affects everything we deal with. And people keep forgetting about this. People have forgotten about this, that we are so intricately tied to everything. It's not funny. When the markets collapsed, that did a world shudder. 9/11 happened. We had the market shudder for a time. We had prices fall during the bubble collapse of the real estate, and not to mention the banking industry is having issues. But everybody around the world felt the damn thing. Everybody, not just the United States, everybody around the world, because everyone else had investments in the country. And we had investments outside of the country. We are so invested and divested with each other, it's not even funny. Look around yourself. Look around yourself at the surroundings that you've got right now, of every damn thing that you've got on, including what you're wearing, including what you're using. A lot of people kept saying that we need something like America First. Yes, we do. But keep in mind that if we don't have the components here, if we don't have the raw material, if we cannot get what we can get here, then we cannot build. We cannot do. We have to depend upon foreign markets. Case in point, cell phones. How many of the ingredients that we have in here that are scattered throughout the world? A lot. Components made out of minerals from different places in the earth, not just the United States. Some of our food comes across the waters. We don't have necessary greenhouses to make sure that we've got every piece of produce out there that we're used to enjoying grown here. But we can enjoy marijuana anytime we want, especially when we can grow it some other place in the United States and just be happy with it and make laws and rules for the damn shit. We're going to be getting killed in inflation at this point. We're going to be getting killed with prices gouging, and not to mention the gas prices. Everyone blames Biden. No. Market. Always market driven at that point. And especially if there's going to be a foreign element outside of the United States affecting prices left and right. And Putin going into into Ukraine to try to take it over has destabilized the oil market that we depend upon. Yes, we have our reserves. Yes, we can try to live on whatever we've got for a short time, but after that, I don't know. I don't know. But we are so damn interconnected, it's not even funny. And it scares the hell out of me. It scares the hell out of me so damn badly. We haven't lived through anything like this, not for a long while. We had the oil OPEC shit going on back in the 70s, where we had to have gas rationing. Odd and even days for odd and even license plate numbers. We had meat scares, especially when we felt that our meat was contaminated by an outside foreign contaminant. And everyone started thinking, we have to start thinking about America first. I have to tell you something, but the conditions were already happening over here before we even knew it. Nature finds a way of getting across borders than what our mechanisms can do. This thing with Ukraine and Russia, we should have seen coming. We had everything. We had all of our damn crap going on. We had a lot of security. We should have figured this shit out that he was going to do this damn crap. He was going to pick out one particular day to do this damn thing, and he did about 2 weeks ago. We should have had information back then. But besides having the information, it's the willingness to go after the bastard, and he knows it. We haven't gotten head to head with Russia ever because of the damn nuclear shit. And that's the thing that scares the fuck out of people. That's the thing that's scaring the fuck out of me. I mean, shit. I saw the movie Day After back in the 80s. 84, 85. I thought my world was going to get landing. I saw that movie. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And every other damn film that came after that damn thing, trying to be more and more realistic. It was that particular film that scared the shit out of me because I started having mushroom climbs in my dreams afterwards. Every once in a great while, I'd see that damn thing and it scared the hell out of me. I wake up in a sweat. I haven't had that in a hell of a long while. In the schools, we had to do the drop and cover because of the nuclear crap going on. We didn't have it for the earthquake shit, and for fire drills, we had to get the hell out of the place and line up. We didn't have shootings back in the 80s, thank God, or back in the 70s. We didn't have shooting drills like we've got right now. That's scary as hell. But saying this, I know we're going to be talking about it for a while. Then afterwards, we'll die. It'll die down, and then we won't be able to talk about it, except maybe in past tense, as either Ukraine taken over or Ukraine has been liberated, one way or another. Right now, seeing all of this camp crap, what the fuck do we do? And I haven't got any questions. I haven't got any answers for that damn shit. I'm scared enough right now as it is. Ukrainians in the capital are going to be digging in like crazy. And the Russians are trying to blast the damn Kiev to smithereens. They inch closer. They destroy more buildings. That's why I kept saying in some of the videos I've done that Russia's going to win this one. We have just made a sacrifice. We have sacrificed this country in the name of liberty and peace and freedom and trying to keep World War III from happening. Despite the fact that these people they put their faith and trust in us and we let them down. The thing is, I wouldn't even know what. I don't speak the language. And the thing of it is, they would look like me. I mean, if they were wearing Russian colors, I wouldn't even know what the Russian colors would look like versus Ukrainian colors. I have to be taught the difference on that one. And not to mention the flag I understand about Ukraine versus Russia. But this shit. We're not going to get into it. And we can approve any kind of money we can to send more hardware in, as long as we get the manufacturing continuing. But we're not going to be sending in lives. We're not going to be going into another 20-year war or worse. I wouldn't put it past Putin for launching a weapon at us. I wouldn't put it past that son of a bitch. He'll lie to people left and right. He'll blame everybody else for his own madness. Strategic military operation, my ass. He wasn't liberating Ukraine. Ethnic cleansing. Genocide. Was it just as bad during the colony days? No. Colonies were a hell of a lot worse than this. We were fighting for our freedoms, just like they were. But at least we had help from the world. More direct troops going after them, after the British. This, with Ukraine and Russia, it got fucking bad enough is when I'm seeing a CNN crew hauling ass. This was a report that this guy filed. And 30 years he stayed in Russia. 30 years. He'd never seen anything like he's been seeing. It just got too damn dangerous for him to stay there. He took the CNN crew and the equipment and got the hell out. But the United States will just be obligatory and brain dead about it all. How the hell are we going to be able to deal with this shit? What the fuck are we going to do? The reporters are trying to get a handle on how to explain what they're seeing, and there's not enough words to say it or to describe it. Or just to find the simple, elegant words. Putin lost his fucking mind, and it's taking it out on the world, one country at a time. I can make fun about the damn biological warfare that we've got going on concerning about C-19. I can make fun about anything and everything concerning about this situation there. But even I got immunized against the damn bug and tried to follow the rules concerning about masking policies and keeping a distance. However, not so much concerning about washing the damn hands all the frickin' time. But yes, there is ample liquid I carry with me on some occasions. Not every occasion. But this shit. People trying to have lives, trying to have surgeries to heal up, have babies during a wartime. And yet Russia continues further. And I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't fucking deal with this shit. But this evening I had to see what the hell was going on. Russia kept denying that they were nailing civilians left and right, not to mention hospitals and civilian targets. They deny it. It's still happening out there, man. We're still getting our asses kicked. So, my question for myself is, what now? What now? One video goes over to the damn teachers to express my outrage of U.S. policy, and not to mention have the damn thing posted out there. And this is probably going to be going along with it as well. What the fuck? Put it in my own damn language, not cleaned up a bit, but just saying what it is. You talk about being overwhelmed. We see it on our screens, we can turn the damn thing off, and that's about it. And it still doesn't change the fact that the shit's happening right now as it is, and we still can't do a goddamn thing about it. Sorry, Lord Almighty. Sorry, Father in heaven. That's not needed. Have failings maybe, but not using your name in vain. But just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I know they say war is hell. No, war is war, hell is hell. They were saying something about that in a MASH episode. Who gets to go to hell? Sinners, right? In war, there are no sinners, there's casualties. There are people dying left and right, get shot, blasted, blown up. Did they sin against something? Were they condemned for it? Were they judged? No, they're just blasted. They're casualties. They get buried alive. They get blown up. They get firebombed. And humanitarian aid stalled out and shot at. Do they get to go to hell or do they get to go to war? But they're in war, so that's why they're getting shot at. It just never makes any sense, does it? Part of me is still trying to fall asleep because I know my subconscious doesn't want to deal with this. It's too horrifying for the brain to comprehend. Well, try being one of those people out there. We're lucky. We're lucky in the country that we're in right now that we're not undergoing that kind of crap. We're lucky that we're over almost 2 centuries away from the Civil War. Almost 2 centuries away from the anniversary of the Civil War. Give us another 40 plus more years, or 30-ish, and it'll be 200 years that the Civil War happened. But we're already having a milder Civil War. We're tearing each other apart concerning about our own damn beliefs and our own logic and our own damn bullshit going on in our heads that we want everybody else to follow. Even worse than that, what about the War of 1776? Or 1812? We never did stop our own revolution until well after 1812. If we couldn't fight the enemy outside, we'd fight the enemy inside. We'd fight each other. Until the enemy from outside starts knocking on our damn doorstep, and then we had to go back into fighting again. Just to make sure that we had a country and a land to call home. I don't get it. I don't understand it either. And currently, it is too damn overwhelming. Because all I'm seeing is ego. Pure hatred. Pure loathing. All I see is a bloodthirsty beast trying to come out, wanting more and more out of us. And we can't feed it enough. And we got one guy being used in order to make sure that everything else is collapsed. Who controls Putin, I wonder? I wonder. I'm going to do an end log right now.